Good morning. This is Pigsy. So it's early on Sunday morning. And I'm just scouting around actually. I'm doing a bit of foraging. So what I might do is just pick up dandelion leaves and nettles. Some of the other stuff I might take back if I think it's interesting. I would identify it first before trying to eat it. Just cook it up in my slow cooker. A lot of different wildlife. But yeah, what I've been doing is I've been wandering around the trail. I've just got a bag. I've just been pulling off nettle leaves and popping in the bag because they're more nutritious than spinach. So there's lots of other different plants around here. And I think for the other thing to look at is the biodiversity. You know, could there be more different plants growing here that would aid the woods and things that you could eat as well? That'd be sort of the crossover, really. You put things out in nature that benefits nature and benefits yourself. And also, I think the general rule of any kind of foraging is you don't want to decimate the plant. You want to take what you need, really. So just like say, taking a few leaves, a few of the juicy ones. I'm quite interested by this plant actually. To find out about that one. It's a bit of an interesting one. It's just having a general scan really, so it's only a fairly quick video, not unless I find something quite interesting. I'm going to be looking for mushrooms as well, any rotten logs and things, just curious. So yeah, and anyway, I'll catch you later. This is me back again. Another thing to clock is where brambles are, because at the moment they're not really much going on, but obviously once they've got lots of blackberries, it might be a bit of a stash really, because I mean there's places, there's just loads of them, and so it's a bit of mental mapping when you're in the woods, and then it's also finding good times to go foraging. Not that it matters, but you don't want to have to explain to people what you're doing, not unless they're actually interested, otherwise it could be irritating, or they might report you, I think you're suspicious, like you're hiding something. So there we go, some lovely juicy nettles. But really just focus on the top ones that haven't been eaten away or got any diseases on. Probably a bit more tastier. You just see how much of the woods is wasted in one way. It's lovely and it's great probably for wildlife, but it's just loads and loads of nettles and trees, and there's nothing else going on there. It's just pure nettles as well. I need to build up some diversity. The only way is possibly is to work from the edge into it, or clear a spot, an area, and just keep an eye on it, because they quickly will surround anything new you put in the woods. Not unless it grows taller than that. I think actually a datura would be nice in the woods. It would sort of give it a different feel to it. And some other plants like that, so just be interesting. Yeah, just maybe some hemp in there or something. Put that in there, it'd be like medicine paradise for anyone who just knows what they're looking for. But nothing obviously too dangerous. I mean, yeah, sure, datura can be dangerous, but you have to be, you know, I think you're just irresponsible if you're just eating large amounts of things you don't know. It's no different if you ate a potato plant's leaves, it would make you seriously sick. But the datura is interesting. You only have to really smell it, to be honest, and you kind of can get an effect it does on your brain. So I've been doing experimenting with neurostimulation, so it's just going to stimulate the effects of your brain. But I mean, you can see it's just loads and loads and loads, just endless nettles. I mean, this is you can eat here all year round if you just ate stinger nettles. You know, we need like a bit of meat and some carrots. Try to grow some wild carrots somewhere. But there's a lot of land that it's not being used that you could cultivate a little bit of scrap land. Just put some things there that you can harvest from, and that's it really. So yeah, definitely interesting projects. I just have to have a look at land that's not being used, and I can increase some, like say, the diversity, what's growing there. And it's probably easier to work from the edges inwards because of the way it's laid out. You just would go somewhere fairly quiet and then pretty much you know, like this sort of land. You've got a bit over there near to the sun, a bit of sun in that. Just have a quick look. It's been recently dug over, but there's nothing. It's not really finding any mushrooms. This has been a problem as well because I think wasps and things use it. I know there's lots of moss and stuff. So that might be something else. I'm going to get my. So if you buy mushrooms in a supermarket and you've got some left over you don't want to eat, take them to the woods and try to match them up where they would grow, like some rotten wood. Put them around there. I'm sure they'll benefit the woods. So yeah, that's definitely a good idea. Pigeons are everywhere. They're probably they're always foraging. There's a lot of animals that are quite hungry or starving. Really, it's not too bad in here. It's not like the place is full of bugs and moths and everything I can see flying around. So they're very competitive between each other. So yeah. And I guess the other learning experience when you go into the woods is you see plants and you think, oh, well, what you could do is just take a sample of it and then try to identify what there was if you think that's interesting. Try to make a bit of sense out of it. So yeah, so I've had a bag of stinger nails anyway. I've got my old stingers. I've got stingers and there's a dock leaf in there as well. So you put that in a slow cooker, yummy. And it also may be a cultivation experiment. I might go, you don't have to go out and buy a lot of plants or anything, or seeds. You could simply just go to another woods and then transplant a different plant across. Yeah, just looking from here if anything stands out. Not really. So I might end up putting some, like say, different mushrooms into the woods. I've talked myself into it. There's a few odd plants that turn up as well. It's like a panda grass or something. I've also got my bamboo, that was pretty weird. Just put that in a spot somewhere. I wonder how people would react to come into the woods and found it full of, an area full of it with bamboo. So, alright, anyway, this is Higgsy signing off and I will speak to you soon.